Greg Frost here telling us all about the latest mortgage news. We have Tim Nisley from Sync, the new nonprofit incubator in the South Valley. Philip Lee, my buddy, the new treasury management consultant from Wells Fargo, is here with Tim Sheehan, the president and CEO of Boys and Girls Clubs of Central New Mexico. And Dr. Irene Moody from the March of Dimes is here. It's a packed house in the Morning Brew with friends. Big, huge sports weekend for Albuquerque, wasn't it, man?
Fantastic.
This was great. I couldn't believe it. Lobos win, Holly wins, all kinds of great stuff happened.
The gamblers lost a lot of the bookies lost a lot of money.
I know.
Money on New Mexico this weekend.
I should have bet. I never do. I'm not that guy.
Either.
But it's one of those things. Seeing Holly fight here for years, I was like, I should put a $50 or something. Could have come out a big winner.
Well, that was my first fight that I watched. Never watched one before.
Really?
And I especially had never watched the women fight before because I just thought there was something wrong with that. Boy, it was exciting.
It was great.
I tell you.
Well, first things first this morning, we got headlines brought to us by our friends at the Tony and Guy Hairdressing Academy. Hairdressing Academy, I like these guys.
Well, you're looking clean.
Well, first things first, everybody over the week was talking about the Paris terror attacks, which was a tough thing to have to watch happen, and but it looks like everybody's on it. And over the weekend, the president of the United States, President Obama, met with the president of Russia. That's Vladimir Putin there on the right. I'm assuming that's a translator in the middle.
Yes.
And they were trying to hammer out new agreements on what to do about it. How do they handle it? They haven't been able to come to exactly the right path so far. They haven't come to the same conclusions about everything. So they're trying to figure out what they do. And in the meantime, all day yesterday, French planes supported by American troops attacked the city of Raqqa, which is the ISIS's kind of self-proclaimed capital. They just kind of said, this is our capital, and everyone said, okay, so they bombed that.
Well, I think
we're
going to have, internationally, people are going to have to take note of this because this terrorism knows no borders now.
Right.
You can't say, well, it's not happening here, so we don't need to put assets and resources towards it. Right. It can happen anywhere.
Right. And it was just 8 guys.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Now, I'm sure there was a support group, because they had quite a bit of munitions and quite a bit of intelligence, and so there was a support group. I think they're looking for the support group now. They found a couple guys in Belgium, I think.
Right.
But it's this terrorism knows no borders.
Right. And I don't know what we do about it myself, and I'm going to follow this, and we'll be watching it for the show.
We need to change our protocols, and we need to deal with these people for what they are.
Yeah. Absolutely. But one of the people who did deal with somebody for what they are was Albuquerque's own Holm. And this is the other thing, though we were all talking about the Paris attacks, this is the thing that we were all really proud of. And it was such a big night for Albuquerque on Saturday when Holly just demolished Ronda Rousey, which here's the video here. She goes down, that net kick was it, and Holly goes in for where a fighter can get that instant killer instinct is the part that blows my mind. If I hit somebody that hard, I'd be like, oh my God, look what I did.
Well, it takes a lot of training, and she obviously trained for the fight, and I'm going to tell you something. She executed her battle plan perfectly.
Absolutely.
Had no weak spots in it. The guys here in Albuquerque that trained her had her ready to go, and she executed. It's one thing to get trained, and it's one thing to go over things in the gym. It's quite another to execute them on the field on a football game, for example, or in a ring, especially in a ring one-on-one. Right. And she executed the plan to perfection.
It was amazing. It really was amazing. That was... Nobody expected it, and in fact, nobody expected it so much that apparently bookies in Las Vegas lost their shorts on this one. The betting odds were so huge. If you bet to win $100 on Ronda Rousey, you had to bet $900.
Yes.
To win $600 on Holly, you had to bet $100.
Right.
And that's one where I wish I would have been in on it.
Me too. Because I'm always wishing I'd bet after the bet.
Right.
But
That's
I never
me too.
bet.
I'm the one who, if I had the time machine,
exactly,
I would be a better. I don't have it in me before that. But apparently all the bookies in Vegas just lost everything. There were betting tickets on Holly Holm, though, outnumbered those on Rousey by 5-1.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard that.
There were a lot more people betting on Holly, but the bigger money was going on Ronda.
And the odds were that they had too many betting tickets on Holly.
Yeah.
For what they took in on the other guys.
Yeah, and that's why everybody lost so much money in Vegas on that one, which is amazing, and I think it's kind of great, especially considering the attitude that Ronda had going in. And this is funny, too. Apparently, there are all these reports that Holly broke Ronda's jaw, and they're all false. They're all wrong.
No, she didn't. She actually took it easy on her.
Yeah.
She could have hit her square in the face when she had her down,
Right.
and she didn't. She came at her jaw rather than on the bridge of her face.
Right. Holly was. Yeah, it's hard to say that the world champion was merciful.
There was a little mercy there.
Right.
To the naked eye, you couldn't see it, but it was there.
Right. And then this was the other big thing. Road win for the Lobos this weekend. Another big sports story. The Lobos now are, am I right in this, 6-4?
6-4 and bowl eligible.
And they were 30-point underdogs to beat Boise State, and they ended up winning 31-24 on Saturday night. And this is just New Mexico's defense crushing it.
They were there. These kids just don't quit. It's amazing. It's a real testament to the coaching and to their recruiting. No, this is Davies seniors.
Right.
They feel great for, there's fifth-year seniors there that came in with Loxley, and they're still here, and then Davies fourth-year kids.
Right.
And to take this program from where it was, winning one game a year, to now be bowl eligible 4 years later and
with a winning record.
With a winning record and bowl eligible, these kids are going to go to a bowl game. By the way, we need to all tweet Jeff Symbiota and tell him we want him to play in the New Mexico Bowl.
Right. It would be great to have him back.
Absolutely.
Well, so what does this mean then for the Mountain West Championship? Do you think they've got a shot at it now? I don't even know when the tournament is.
Well, they're going to play in it.
Right.
I believe they're leading the conference. They just knocked off the top two players, the top two teams in the conference, Utah State and Boise State.
So we got a shot at it.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. And then this is also awesome. The New Mexico economy is actually seeing some growth, but not here in Albuquerque. Down south, the economy is seeing huge growth when it comes to exports. So we're exporting so many things out of the state. The export economy has gone from 1% of the New Mexico economy to 2% of the economy, which is pretty awesome.
Was that growth in the exports, or was that due to a decline in the overall economy?
That's actually jobs.
It's jobs. That's great.
And then one thing that is we just got to mention it before we got to run here. Coach Norm Ellenberger from UNM basketball passed over the weekend. He was 82.
I just never think of Norm as 82.
I know. I still think of him like
so
this.
Hip.
I still think of him. Yeah, he was the coolest coach.
He was.
He wasn't the winningest, but he was certainly the coolest with the 70s hipster mustache there. We'll be back in a couple of seconds in the morning where we'll find out all about what's going on in the mortgage market in just a couple of minutes.